Hey, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unboxed. I'm so glad that you're with us. Social media has created a world where everyone, or where many, I'm going to say everyone, that's too overgeneralization, but where many people believe their ideas and opinions should be elevated above everyone else's. We've come to a place where we want to silence the voices of those who do not think or agree with us. We live in a world that does a lot of talking and very little listening. And I think one of the guiding principles that every leader should hold to is the principle of listening. As I've shared repeatedly, if you do not think and develop your own set of beliefs and principles, someone else will do it for you. Someone else will do it for you. Your organization, it'll be your close relationships, your workplace, your superiors, your subordinates. They will happily create beliefs and principles for your life. This is one of the causes of burnout or moral injury and compassion fatigue. As I've shared with you before, as we talk about guiding principles, Roberta M. Gilbert says in her book, "A life lived according to the principles of a thought-out inner guidance system has an entirely different quality, course, and outcome than a life lived according to principles implicitly or explicitly set by one's environment." In other words, the effort towards emotional maturity frees one from trying to be what one thinks others want them to be, and yet it allows them to remain in open contact with significant others. Developing your own set of guiding principles, knowing exactly who you are. The last time that we were together, I talked about how focusing on yourself is vitally important to being an authentic, principled leader. Today, we're going to unbox my guiding principle, which I believe should be every leader's guiding principle. It's principle number 3, listening. Stick around. I'm Dr. Robert Davis, family life educator and relationship coach, and welcome to Unboxed, a frank and straightforward conversation about relationships. We're going to talk about family, church, workplace, and all other types of relationships. Join me for the next few moments as we unbox the power and potential of relationships and help you to live your best life. All right, come on in. So glad that you've joined us today. Before we get started, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. That's right. Like, subscribe, and share, and hit the notification button so that people will know, and you can get information. Rather, we can make sure that you are notified each time that we go online. Okay, so far, what have we learned? We've been talking, and so far, what have we learned? The first thing we learned is that emotionally mature leaders exhibit the principle of integrity. Emotionally mature leaders exhibit the principle of focusing on yourself. They focus on themselves. And today we're going to talk about how emotionally mature leaders exhibit the principle of listening. The principle of listening. Emotionally mature leaders exhibit the principle of listening. Now, let me share what I have shared throughout this entire process and what I've been sharing for the last few broadcasts. And that is, leaders who are not clear about what they believe and their guiding principles will have others develop them for them. In other words, it'll be your organization. I just told you this a second ago. It'll be your organization. It'll be various relationships. It'll be your subordinates or your superiors, your board, whoever it will be. They will develop these guiding principles and these beliefs for you if you haven't thought and done the work of developing them for yourself. And you'll find yourself becoming a person who is very reactive and a person who is situationally ethics, has situational ethics and situational leadership, and not in the constructive way, in the way where others have more control over your thoughts than you have control over yourself, because you have not done the work of actually thinking out who you are and what you believe. And allowing others, think about this, allowing others to define and to determine our inner guidance system. I love that inner guidance navigational system is actually the antithesis of being an authentic or being a genuine leader. Because an authentic leader is someone who is self-directed and is not, does not swing by the whims of others. So today, I'm going to share one of my guiding principles. I call it principle number 3, and that is listening. In each of the few past broadcasts, I have shared my guiding principles using this format. This is who I am. This is what I believe. And this is what my goals are. or my goal is, or my goals are. Okay, this is who I am. This is what I believe. I'm going to use that same format as we continue through the rest of these 5 together. So let me start. Who am I? Who am I? I am compassionate. I am a continual learner. That's who I am. What do I believe? I believe in demonstrating compassion in all my interactions, especially with those who are in vulnerable positions. I believe that other people are just as intelligent, just as worthy, and just as valuable as I am. I believe that listening helps me to understand others and places me in a position where I can learn and where I can grow. I believe the more that I listen, the better I will understand other people. The better that I understand others, the easier it is for me to be compassionate towards them. And the more I listen to others, the more I will gain knowledge from their insight, perspectives, and information. And that's what I believe. And so because I am a compassionate person, because I am a continual learner, it is important for me to be a good listener. Is it starting to come together now? Does it start to make sense? What is my goal then? What is my goal? Well, my goal is to be intentional, to create an environment where people can speak to me and I can listen without argument or defensiveness. So good to see my old friend, Brother Rico here, Money Earning Mount Vernon, as I call him. But my goal is to be intentional, to create an environment where people can speak to me and listen without argument or defensiveness. I will ask people I am in relationship with what are their thoughts, opinions, and ideas without interrupting, criticizing, or being dismissive. My goal is to ask questions with a sincere desire to learn more. My goal is to be intentional about learning more from people and to learn more about people, to learn more from and to learn more about. And that's my goal. How did I get here? How did I come to this place? Well, one of the ways that I came to this belief, as I began to think through it, one of the things that brought me to this belief is the idea that I enjoy other people listening to me. I am a talker. You're listening to me right now. I enjoy being listened to. So if I value others listening to me, then it is only natural that I listen to others. And so that urge and that, when I'm cut off, when others ignore me, dismiss me and things, it really does trouble me. And even more so in the past than now. And so I say to myself, I want to make sure that I'm the type of person that doesn't cause others to experience these same emotions of being dismissed, ignored. I want to be the type of leader, but more than that, I want to be the type of person in every circumstance, situation where I listen and where I create an environment for people to share. Another way that I came to this conclusion is by falling flat on my face over and over because I didn't take time to listen and to understand. I recognize that most of my conflicts, most of my disagreements, most of the hostility and messiness, for lack of a better term, that I found myself engaged in was due to not listening. And because I'm not a messy person, because I don't like, unnecessary conflict, etc., I said, hey, we can solve this problem quite easy if I can become more intentional about listening. And so these are the things that informed my thinking and led me to the place where I truly believe and I truly want to be a good listener. I'm so glad that you chose to join us today. I hope that you learned something. Let's continue to work together to unbox the power, the potential of our leadership. Let's continue to work together to unbox the power and the potential of every relationship. Thank you for joining. Have a great day.
Seasoned with Grace, Unboxed also provides healthy relationship training and leadership development for businesses, churches, and community organizations. For a free consultation to discuss your team's needs, please contact us at our website at swg-unboxed.org. That's swg-unboxed.org.